Greetings, salutations, and welcome to Kingy's Toy Box. And we've got something really different this week. I debated, is it a toy? Isn't it a toy? It's not a toy. But it is a kind of geeky thing that I'm really into, so I decided to cover it anyway. And also, I had to drive around so many bloody supermarkets to actually find this thing. Supermarkets off licenses. Unbelievable. Anyway, Nissa Local finally had it. Morrison's, no. Asda, no. Sainsbury's, no. A couple of other newsagents, no. Nissa Local. Anyway, this is Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer, which is a new Partworks magazine from Hachette, or Hachette, or whatever they're called, in association with Wizards of the Coast. This is issue 1. Now, I have a real problem with these magazines in that the marketing just completely works on me. It's like, issue 1, just $1.99. And I'm like, whoa, I want that, even if I don't want it. Fortunately, I did want this one because I like a bit of Dungeons & Dragons. And I remember as a kid, I had a board game that gradually introduced the different concepts and everything and took you through it. And I think that's probably what we're getting with this. So I'm going to see what this is like. I don't know how many of it I'll end up getting, but I wanted to pick up issue 1, not least because it comes with a nice set of dice. See what it's all about, see what they've done, see where it feels like it'll be worth it going forward. Issue 2, I know, is like $5.99, and then from then on it's like $8.99. So, it's going to be a question of whether it's worth it in the future, but for $1.99 for a full set of dice in a nice tin, and regardless of the contents of the magazine, that's a good deal. So let's have a look at it. It tells us it's the official collection, the world's greatest role-playing game. I'm sure people will debate that, but we'll go with that. And here we go. On the back, we've got all the stuff that makes you wanna buy it, or it's designed to make you want to buy more of it. So start playing Dungeons & Dragons today. Dungeons & Dragons Adventure, some lovely artwork up there. Vanquish your foes with an 8-page combat guide. So presumably that's what we're going to get in this issue. Fire up your imagination and learn how to play the world's most popular tabletop role-playing game with Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer. Brand new collection will teach you how to become a D&D expert. With an exclusive adventure, easy step-by-step instructions, and all the information you need to play role-play compelling fantasy characters. Collect specially designed dice, maps, miniatures, and more. So when this was trialled, it was pretty much advertised as it's going to be a massive dice collection. Like every issue, you're going to get more dice and more dice and more dice. And I think that is going to happen, but I like the fact that they've thrown in maps, miniatures, whatever more is. We'll find out, maybe. And miniatures, more given throughout the collection, and join us in a wild ride through the D&D journey of a lifetime. Now, obviously, I suppose the closest companion to this you've got is the Warhammer collections that they've done. But in those, it built up to give you a massive big army, so you could see what you were getting. Every issue was more miniatures. I mean, some issues it was paint. But mainly it was more miniatures building up into your big armies. D&D, I'm not sure, because all that you really need is the dice. Maybe dungeon tiles would be an idea. Anyway, we'll maybe find out. And it looks like inside the magazine then, so it looks like they split it like they usually do with these types of things into different colours which focus on a different area. Sage advice, expert tips for players and dungeon masters alike. Okay. So that's focusing on the role-playing side. Character creation, advice on role-playing characters from wizards to warriors. So I presume that'll be more giving us background on the different types of characters, like you get in the extra books that you can get that focus on character types. I don't know. We'll have a look in the magazine in a minute. Lore. Learn about D&D's extraordinary locations, terrifying monsters, and famous factions. Okay, so a bit of the background information, and presumably this will be the equivalent of the Monster Manual. And then an exclusive adventure, hunt for treasure, battle monsters, and explore fantastic realms. I've heard there's going to be like a one-shot in each issue, which I think is a pretty cool idea. But I wouldn't mind if it's linked, or at least it can build up into a campaign or something. Again, we'll find out. Enhance your game with dice, maps and more. Alongside every magazine, you'll receive exclusive extras that will help bring the fantasy world to life, which includes beautifully designed dice, complete with storage tins or velvet pouches, as well as miniatures, maps, booklets, and inspiration tokens. Okay. Issue 2, with your set of 7 gold dice for $4.99. Usual price will be $8.99, and an exclusive adventure map. Available in 2 weeks' time, and then it'll be published weekly. So that's an overview. Let's see what we've got then. Let's take these off. Okay, we'll come back to the dice because that's the fun bit. Let's move the thing down a little bit so you can get a better look at that. Okay, so Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer. Looks like we're getting at least 2 magazines in here. So we got 1, we got 2, we got character sheets, and we got this bit. Okay. So so it's got these little things, so that's going to go in a binder someday. So let's have a look at your first bit. Dungeons & Dragons Adventure. Now, this is one of these. So it's bound together, but loosely. These pages, will come away. And this will be, no doubt, because you have to put... Oh, we got more. No doubt because you have to put it in a binder. Okay, so what have we got here? Make sure you don't miss out. Every week at your newsagent, you can give that to your newsagent and say, I would like to collect Dungeons & Dragons. That's the way you want to roll. But then we have other options. Buy issue 2 and receive 3 free. Receive issue 3 free. Plus fantastic free gifts delivered to your door. Oh, you get an adventurer tray. I quite like these things. I've not got one, so that might be interesting. What have we got here? So you'll get issue 3 for free. Dungeons & Dragons comes with your 4 exclusive character miniatures. And they're not really miniatures, they're sort of standees that are coated in plastic, but okay. Dungeons & Dragons Adventure Tray, Dungeons & Dragons Binder. So you get that with your first delivery, that comes with your third delivery. Ooh. You get a Games Master screen with your 5th delivery. That's pretty cool. If that's decent quality, that's a very good freebie. And then you get a dice jail for if your dice are naughty. Binders for your collection. You'll automatically be sent binders through the collection unless you opt out beforehand. Binders are priced at $10.99. That's pretty pricey for a binder, Mr. D&D. Okay. And then it says, enhance your game with more. You'll receive exclusive extras and bring your fantasy world to life. Beautifully designed dice, blah, 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 blah. So there we go. That's more of your please buy it stuff. So look at the actual magazine then. So this is presumably the meat and potatoes. This is what you're getting it for. The basics, let's play. And if we have a look here, they usually do these. Sage Advice A, Overview 1. So this is no doubt going to help you how you're going to structure everything. So it looks like you're getting the first bits, because sometimes they mix it up. So basics, let's play. The adventure begins. It's lovely artwork. Giving you a bit of an overview on the world of D&D. Is that artwork or is that a picture? That's really good if it's a picture. I think it is. I think it's a drawing, yeah. The origins of D&D, a little bit on that. Structure of play. Roll the dice. An introduction to what the Dungeon Master is. These little top tip things. Introduction to playing characters. A bit on how ability scores work. A little bit on different species, different classes. Only a little bit on each one, so, you know, they've got to hold some stuff back if they want to sell you 80 issues of this. A little bit on equipment. Ooh, and a bit on the lore. Now, this I don't really know the D&D lore. I've used the game system before, but I think this is Forgotten Realms. Oh, and here we go. This is our encounter. Encounter overview, encounter goals. Ooh, we get a little map. And I suppose you could probably photocopy that and blow it up if you wanted to. Tells you what the locations are. Oh, we got another. Oh dear, a brain. That, to me, that looks pretty cool. Especially for $1.99. It looks to me like you could have a good read. You'd get a good idea of what it is, how it works, the main rules, a flavour of the game, and you get a little encounter that you can try out. So that looks pretty good for $1.99. Whether it'll be worth $8.99 a month, I don't know. And we get this as well. Introduction to combat then. So what do we get in here? The rules of engagement, hit points and damage, combat example. So that supplements that, so you can play that combat encounter. We've got another one here. Start your adventure today. What is Dungeons and Dragons? We should have probably done this one first. Inside your magazine, so that's going into a bit more detail, what we read on the back of the thing. Then a little bit about your collection. And then, oh, it wants me to subscribe. It's not mentioned that already. Saki. And what have we got here? Dungeons and Dragons Adventurer. These are pre-generated combat sheets. Krantor Tharnax. So we've got him. Do these separate? I don't want to do it in case it breaks them. But clearly these are meant to go in a binder as well. So we've got 2 characters, 3 characters, 4 characters there. I'm tempted to say they do. Yes, they do. Yes, look at that. So yeah, those will go in your binder. Presumably they'll add more as the collection goes on. Right, let's have a look at my justification for putting this on this channel. The toys, the dice. Very nice, and that's a really nice metal finish. Is that? That's decent. That's not going to come off anytime soon, isn't that? It's a shame they always have to put the registered trademark on. It kind of ruins the ambience, but they can't help that. Okay, let's look at the dice. Get a nice foam inlay with them. Got your D4. See what we get. 3. Okay. We've got our D12. Got 10. Got our D100. We got 90. These are doing well. Got our D... 9. Is it 9 or is it a 10? D10. Oh, we only got 5 on that. There's your D8. Got 5 on that as well. There's your classic D6. I always like D6 better when they've got spots on them. Don't know why. And that's a 6. So these are pretty good dice so far. Now the big question, the D20. Oh ho ho! Natural 20. These are the best dice ever. Well worth the $1.99. I'm just going to have a look under this, see if there's anything additional. There is not. That's fine. I can't believe I just rolled a natural D20 then. Yeah, I think we've peaked. So overall, yeah, the nice dice, the good quality, the ones you'd pay a good few quid for a set like that. Well worth the $1.99 and more. Your mileage may vary on how many sets of these dice you want and whether that's enough to keep coming back to the collection. That's obviously going to be up to each individual to decide. I'm not sure yet. I'm very tempted to pick up issue 2. I might subscribe, get the first bundle sort of sent to me, and then see where we go from there. If I do, let me know in the comments if you actually want to hear about it. If you do, give us a like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do. And, you know, we'll maybe do more of these, maybe do a bit more D&D. But definitely pick this up for $1.99. There's enough content there. I've not put the dice back in the right things. I'm going to have a look at the picture I took before, just to make sure I've got them in there. Not that it matters. But, yeah. So I'd definitely recommend picking this up, having a look at it. You can play the encounter you've got, so even if that's all you do, it's definitely worth the $1.99. But let me know if you've picked this up, what you think of it, and whether it's worth sticking with. So I usually say play with your toys, play D&D, and I'll see you later.